One day, a student said to me, "I hate yin." Full stop, end of. I hate yin. And I probed a little bit more. That didn't frighten me. I probed a little bit more and asked, what is it about the yin class that you went to that you hated? And what I found out was that there were no rebounds offered. So after spending some pretty intense minutes in some of the really strong shapes, there was no resting in between. There was no chance for that catch up. There was no chance for that let go. There was no chance for the softness, the quiet, the yin of the practice in between the shapes. And so this patient said that they just end up getting this accumulation feeling of tension and irritation and frustration through the class. In this same particular lecture, I always end guiding them through a practice, which is a nice way to finish off the practice, a nice way to finish off the lecture. And at the end of that, she said, wow, that's completely different to what I thought Yin Yoga was because of my experience so far. That's totally changed my mind. I really, really enjoyed that, which was great. And it brought the point home how important the rebound is. So then students will say to me, well, why do teachers teach classes, yin classes without rebounds? And I have to say, I think that it's because they haven't done any training yet. And I know what that feeling is like when you're a new teacher and you get an opportunity at a studio to teach classes. You want to say yes. Of course you want to say yes. And you should say yes. You should always say yes to opportunities if you've got the space for them. But at some point, when you're teaching Yin Yoga, you'll get to this place where you realize, oh, there are things going on here that I don't know how to troubleshoot. I thought this was going to be really simple. This looks like a really easy kind of class. And maybe the person that owns the studio said to you, it's easy, you don't need training, do a couple of shapes, hold them for a few minutes, done. Because people tell me that. They tell me that their studio managers say that to them. And maybe they're not yin yogis and they want to include yin yoga on their schedules because this is something that people want. But you really do need to go a little further with your training at some point with teaching yin, because I know on the surface it looks like it's really simple, and maybe you're listening and nodding and going, yeah, there's a lot of complexity to teaching yin. And I think one of the things that's really challenging for yin yoga teachers is being able to have different options to troubleshoot with students when they find a shape difficult because of their structure. Not because there's anything wrong with them, but because for them, butterfly might be really awkward, or dragonfly might be really awkward. Or they might just have some sort of constitutional extreme tightness in their hamstrings, and you need to figure out, how can I give this student different ways to prop their legs in order for them to feel like they can access what's being offered in this shape.